the data from Google Classroom to Excel. Fix the data from using tag to column. For Earth warehouse sheets, we need to correct data formatting starting with column D. Go to the data, tag to column. Click Next and Next. Select Date. Finish. Repeat the X sum forecast for column E, F, and G. Step 3. Move all key data into a new sheet. Then copy and paste all data into new sheet. Step 4. Add file to filter. Select all head row, go to the data. Select filter. Step 5. We have go separate data from the 6 warehouse into one data sheet because our first objective into section A is to analyze Earth warehouse. Therefore, we will use the filter function to sort and isolate Earth warehouse because beginning the analysis.
After spreading the data for each warehouse, we can perform the analysis for each warehouse according to Section A. Section A is the total profit per product for each year. So before calculating, I have to sort the order date by pressing column E. Then go to sort and ascending and then select all. When finished, select all. I already pushed the highlight in the end of each year for easy to calculating like this. For calculating the first step, calculate the discount per unit. First, calculate the discount applied per unit. In the data set, we can see on the screen, column N contain only the discount percentage, not the actual discount. Therefore, I multiply the unit price in column P here. By the discount percentage in column N. To convert it into a real monetary discount, and then step 2, calculate the net price. I determine the net price in column R, the unit price in column P. Represent the full price before any discount, so I subtract the discount amount. I calculate in step 1 to find the actual price in customer pay per unit, which is column Q. P, subtracting column Q. And we got the net price. For step 3, calculate the profit per unit. After obtaining the net price, I calculate the profit per unit in column S. I do this by subtracting the unit cost in column O from the net price in column R. Subtracting. This result will show us how much profit is earned from selling 1 unit of the product. And step 4, calculate the total profit per order. Now that we know the profit per unit, we multiply it by the order quantity in column M. This gives us the total profit for each order, which we record in column profit per unit. Alone doesn't reflect the total profits of the order, so multiplying by the number of units sold provides the complete value. Multiply order quantity. So we got total profit per order. And finally, step 5, to find the total profit for each year. To find the total profit for each year, we will use the formula sum total profit in column T of each year. Like
Now to find the average lead time for each order for each year for the task number A2, first we need to calculate the lead time for each order, which recorded in column Q right here. This is done by using the formula date if. And then in the parentheses, we're going to put E2, which is the order date for our first order. And then G2 for the delivery date. And then the third one, we're going to put D to find the difference in day. And the result is here is that we got 14 for the days in difference. And then we're just going to cover all the data that we have to find all the lead time for warehouse number 1. And now as we already sorted out the date in column E here, we know that there are 3 years, which are 2018, 2019, and then 2020. And to find the average lead time for each year, it could be easily done by using the function average. And then we simply just cover all the data in that specific year, which is the first one is the year 2018. And now as we got here, we got 20.576, and then we're gonna do the same for 2019 and 2020. And now the final result are that the average lead time for the year 2019 is the 20.25 and 20.43 for 2020. And now we're gonna calculate the total discount applied for each sales channel without separating by year for the section number A3. And we're gonna start by identifying all the different sales channels that appear in the dataset. And this can be done by using the formula sort and unique. And then in the parentheses, we're gonna put the B2 colon B1223 because we know that for the warehouse number 1, we have 1,222 dataset. And then when we click enter here, what we got is the distributor, in-store, online, wholesale, which will appear in column B right here. And then after listing all the sales channel, we can finally calculate the total discount applied for each sales channel using the formula sum if. And then the first one that we're gonna put is the B colon B. Because column B here is the sales channel, right? But we wanted to specific the the range of the data to be the distributor. So we're going to put V2. And then the last one is going to be Q colon Q, because Q here is the discount per order that we wanted to find. And then when we click enter here, we got 49,912 for the distributor. And then we're going to do the same for the rest of the sales channel, which are in-store, online, and wholesale. Simply doing by covering all here. And now we got the total discount applied for each sales channel appear in the column W right here.
For regression is the statistic method used to identify the relationship between an independent variable or x and a dependent variable or y. Therefore, x, which is the independent variable, is the discount applied, and y is the dependent variable, is the order quantity. So the first we're gonna analyze for the warehouse XYZ 101, and then we will going to set up year 2018. So we filter the order date and we select that year. So now we go into data analyze and choose the regression tool. Then click OK. So now we gonna input the y range. For the y range is this order quality. So we put from the column M2 to last M. And for the input X range is this car apply. We're going to put from the column N to last N also. And then we click OK. We will got the summarized output of year 2018. So now we looking at the value of significant regression. In sketch is 0.6. So there are more than 0.05 indicating no significant relationship between discount apply and order quantity. Therefore, we don't reject the null hypothesis. So if there are less than 0.05 indicate there are significant relationship between discount apply and order quality. Therefore, we reject the null hypothesis. So in the outer years, we repeat the same process.
After that, we're gonna find ROP. And before we gonna find, we have to know what is the meaning of ROP and what is the advantage of ROP. ROP or reorder points is the inventory level that tell you when it's time to place a new order. It helps make sure the company has enough stock to cover customer demand during the lead time, the time between placing an order and receiving the goods. When safety stock is included, RP also protect against sudden demand change or delivery delay. This help prevent stock out and keep operations running smoothly. And right now we're going to show you step by step to find RP. The first step, I click column L and choose data and select filter and select ascending and sort. After sorting, copy the filter result so we can use another column B, and place the number that we get, 1 to 47. And next, we're gonna calculate number of each order ID. The formula we use is called if. Select column L and select column B, comma. After that, autofill. Then we're gonna find average lead time for each order ID. The formula we use is evaluate if select column L, comma, select order ID, and select column U, lead time. And then we got evaluate lead time for each order ID and order field. And finally, daily demand. Formula we use is sum if select column L again, comma, select column V, order ID, and select order quantity, column M, and divide to 6 and we got every daily demand. And next step, we're gonna find RP without safety stock, because right now we got every lead time and every daily demands. The formula is every lead time multiply every daily demand, and then enter and autofill again. And the questions, it's why we don't use only RP without safety stock. The cause is RP without safety stocks is no buffer for demand fluctuations or delay, higher list of stock out. However, RP with safety stock include additional stock to handle variability, making it more realistic and reduce the chance of running out of inventory. So we have to find RP with safety stock.
Okay, from the ROP with safety stock, before we find the ROP with safety stock, we could find the square root of average lead time for each order ID. For the formula to find the ROP with safety stock, we use this formula. The D value is the average daily demand multiplied with L. L is average lead time for each order ID and plus with safety stock. In this case, warehouse number 1. We assume the same service level 95%. So the C value is the 1.65 and we assume the SD is 5. For of this, now I'm ready to find ROP with safety stock. In the Excel, we use formula like this. First, we click ROP without safety stock and plus parentheses. Click C value and multiply with SD value and multiply again and click here. Square root of average lead time for each order ID.
Okay, then we click here and cover to ID number 47. We get the ROP with safety stock of order ID number 1 to order ID number 47 in warehouse number 1.